Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Boxiest, and today we are going to continue the What If series. What if events had gone differently? And in this What If, we're going to change the history of Cobra Kai. What if Terry Silver's Senseis killed Johnny during the events of Cobra Kai Season 5? So in this timeline, the events of Cobra Kai Season 5 would still happen. Cobra Kai would still win the All Valley. Robbie would still go to Johnny in this timeline, and Miguel would still run away. Terry Silver would still betray Kreese, and Daniel would still get chosen. The events of Season 5 would carry on. Johnny would still go to Mexico to find Miguel. Robbie would still go with him, and by the time they get back, Robbie and Miguel would still be enemies. Johnny would still want them to resolve their differences, so Miguel and Robbie would still fight, and they would eventually work things out, so Miguel and Robbie would be friends. Daniel and Chosen would still want to take down Terry Silver, so the rivalry between Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do would continue. Daniel and Chosen would still confront Mike, and Mike would reveal that he hasn't spoken to Terry Silver, but he would still give Daniel the number for Terry Silver's lawyer. Terry Silver would still find out, so Terry Silver would still burn down Mike Barnes' business. Eventually Terry and Daniel would still fight, and Terry would still defeat Daniel. Johnny would still help Daniel and Chosen take down Terry Silver. The season would carry on. Cobra Kai and Miyagi would train for the Saikai Taikai, and the two dojos would qualify. The season would still end the same way. Mike Barnes would confront Daniel. Mike would still blame Daniel for everything, but Daniel would tell him that it was Terry Silver, so Mike, Johnny, and Chosen would still go to Terry's house to confront him. Mike Barnes would still want to fight Terry Silver, but he would still be knocked out by one of the senseis, so it would still be Chosen and Johnny left to fight them off. Terry Silver would still fight Chosen, and that fight would stay the same. Chosen would still defeat Terry Silver, but while Chosen was distracted, Terry Silver would still attack Chosen, so Chosen would still lie on the pool bleeding, and Terry Silver would instruct the senseis to finish off Johnny. The senseis would continue fighting Johnny, and Johnny would hold his own for a while, and in this timeline, the senseis would defeat Johnny. They would grab one of Terry Silver's swords and stab Johnny through the heart, so the senseis would kill Johnny in this timeline. Johnny would be on the ground dead, and the senseis would get rid of Johnny's body, and just as they were getting rid of his body, Mike Barnes would attack, so the senseis would fight off Mike Barnes, but Mike Barnes wouldn't be distracted anymore, and he would continue fighting off the senseis, and much like Johnny did in the original timeline, Mike Barnes would take down the senseis. Mike would notice that Johnny was dead. Mike Barnes would call the police to report Johnny. Mike would find Chosen lying in the pool, and he would go see if Chosen was okay. He would realize that he was alive, so he would help Chosen escape. Terry Silver would still confront Daniel and the rest of the Miyagi-Fangs, and Daniel and Terry would still have their showdown. The events would stay the same. Daniel would still defeat Terry with the crane kick. The police would arrive and arrest Terry Silver. Daniel would be happy that Cobra Kai and Terry Silver were gone. This is when the limo would arrive, and Mike would help Chosen get to an ambulance. Daniel would be happy to see Mike, and he would ask where Johnny was. This is when Mike would reveal that Johnny was dead. Carmen would overhear this, and she would be devastated. Robbie and Miguel would rush by Carmen's side, and they would also be devastated. They would be filled with rage, and over the next few days, Cobra Kai would shut down. There would be a funeral for Johnny. Everyone would be devastated. Robbie would move back in with Shannon. Daniel would continue running Miyagi-Fang in Johnny's legacy. And many months would pass. Carmen would give birth to her and Johnny's child. Robbie and Miguel would help raise their new half-sibling. And that is where I'm going to end this What If. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think would have happened if Terry Silver Senseis killed Johnny during the events of Cobra Kai Season 5? Let me know in the comments below. All members have access to emojis that can be used in comments and live streams. This isn't mandatory. This is only something extra. If you want to support the channel even more, YouTube lets me know that the majority of you are not subscribed, so if you guys could subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you guys next time.